A shocking story out of Melvindale, Michigan. A police lieutenant is facing multiple assault charges, accused of using his badge to usurp his authority. But questions remain. How did this continue for years, and why wasn't he stopped sooner?
My children is in here.
You scared me. Will not get up without our permission.
Melvindale, Michigan. Lieutenant Matthew Furman is now the center of multiple investigations following a taser incident involving Drakkar Williams, who was pulled over for driving around barricades. This isn't Furman's first controversy. This pattern has been going on for years. Furman's long career, riddled with several complaints, lawsuits, and disciplinary actions, have repeatedly followed him.
Like in 2016, when Furman pulled over a mother driving her 2 small children. Her vehicle had no car insurance, and Furman ordered her car towed. Instead of letting the woman wait for her ride, she said, Furman dragged her out of her car and onto the ground, forcing her over the vehicle's hood, all in front of her children. Furman would be suspended for 3 days, but the suspension was later overturned by the Public Safety Commission. Just a few months after that, he would detain a robbery suspect who said Furman slammed his head into the police car while he was handcuffed. A lieutenant reported that he witnessed this and told the man he would not sweep that incident under the rug. Another officer there said under oath that Furman went way over the line and split the man's head open. Furman told us he didn't cause the injury at all. It was the people the man was stealing from. He said the 2 officers didn't see what they thought they saw.
They were both lying.
I'm not going to call them liars, but I'm going to say their perspective was probably off because they were halfway down the block.
In 2019, Furman finds himself in trouble again.
Accused of assault after he responded to a disorderly conduct complaint. While there, an intoxicated man would accuse Furman of throwing him down a flight of stairs.
The defendant used coarse language, threw a food bowl across a kitchen.
Furman again denied the charges, saying the man fell on his own. The prosecutor would dismiss the assault charge in exchange for Furman pleading no contest to willful neglect of duty. He would be fired over the incident, but an arbitrator overturned his termination, saying the city offered no concrete evidence that Furman threw the man down the stairs.
In July 2024, Furman pulled over Drakkar Williams. His girlfriend and 2 children were in the car with him. Bodycam shows Furman repeatedly using his taser while his partner is trying to handcuff Williams.
It's at the house.
Go and step out of the car for me.
And why am I stepping
Because
out?
you're refusing to provide information.
gave you my
I asked
name.
your middle name. That is relevant. You're refusing to provide it.
A second officer makes the scene, as Williams is told more than once to get out of the vehicle. That's Williams' girlfriend in the passenger seat, and her 2 small children, ages 2 and 5, are watching from the back.
Step out of the vehicle now.
Yes.
Next thing is you get tasered. Get out of the car. All you got to do is comply. When a police officer gives you a lawful order, you're required to follow it. When a police officer asks for your information, your name, you don't have a legal right to provide a fake name.
According to multiple current and retired police officers who reviewed the circumstances of the stop for 7 News Detroit, Williams was arrestable for driving on a suspended license. But what troubled every officer we showed this video to is what happened next.
Turn around, hands on the roof.
Can you tell him to calm? Can you tell? I'm not
I
doing
said
it.
hands on the roof.
Listen,
Stop or you will get tasered.
my hands are.
When I tell you to do something, you do it. End of story.
Williams' hands are on the roof of the car as Furman's partner holds his right hand and shoulder.
That is hot.
Okay.
Relax. Relax. I'm not.
Hands behind your back. Interlace your
Can you
fingers.
please do
Hands behind your back.
You do it. He got me.
Turn
He
around.
got me. He has me. He has me.
He dry stunned me from everywhere, from my arms, my legs, my butt. He wouldn't stop.
Cooperate.
What am I doing? What am I doing?
Cooperate.
What am I? I'm not doing nothing.
Furman would later say he continued to use his taser on Williams because he believed he tried to grab it. Williams says he never did.
You take up. Stop. Wait.
Stop.
I'm not doing nothing.
Stop.
I'm not. You. What am I doing? You take.
Stop moving.
Don't move. Who's not going to move when they getting tasered 10, 11 times?
We don't know if he's got a weapon. We don't know what's on his person. I don't know what's in his mind. I don't know his criminal history yet.
After Williams was subdued, Furman turned his attention to his female passenger, whose children remained in the back seat.
Get out of the car now! Get out of the car! Step out of the car! Turn around, hands on the hood! Hands on the roof! Step over here. Step over here. You're being detained right now.
I'm being detained. I'm trying to make somebody. I have to.
Sit down and shut the up!
Oh.
Lieutenant Furman would later say that the woman posed a threat while seated in the vehicle and needed to be detained. Afterwards, Furman continues to argue with Williams, who's now in handcuffs.
And then you would get out of the car, and then you would put your hands on your back.
Get out the car.
It's on video, retard.
You a retard?
Yeah.
Furman heads to his vehicle, determines Williams' real name, and runs it through his computer.
You got a revoked license, so you should have been behind the wheel. You got a ton of warrants, and now you got obstructing and resisting and everything else.
You gonna lose your badge.
I ain't gonna lose, but you're gonna lose your freedom because you get to go to jail today, mother.
After Williams stands up, another officer sits him back down. And then, with Williams still wearing handcuffs, Lieutenant Furman does this.
You will not get up without our permission.
Man,
Sit the down.
I am sitting down. You pulling my hair.
In front of neighbors, people, 2 kids.
In April 2024, Furman is seen on Bodycam using a taser on a mother parked in a school parking lot with her children due to expired tags.
Melvindale Police Department. I'm our traffic enforcement officer.
On a Saturday morning last April, Lieutenant Matthew Furman was focused on a car that was already parked. The white SUV was sitting outside a Melvindale high school with a mother and her daughters inside. Its tab had expired a month earlier, and when Furman ran the plate, the vehicle came back as uninsured.
So was your plate expired and you don't have any insurance?
This is not my car.
Behind the wheel was Alicia Cook, and her 2 daughters were inside. Cook was dropping off her 11-year-old at cheerleading practice, driving her friend's vehicle.
How are you related to him?
He's in a hospital.
Who is he to you?
My best friend. Mama?
Ma'am, I need your driver's license or ID card.
1 second.
Hey, you're on a traffic stop. Don't tell me 1 second.
Hold on, sir.
I'm giving you a lawful
pulling me
police
over
order.
Inside of a school
It's a
parking
public
lot.
access parking. Turn the vehicle off right now.
Wait, sir.
You're not listening.
Okay, can you stop? Stop.
Okay.
Can you wait a minute?
Hand me the
My
key.
children is in here.
With tempers on both sides flaring, Lieutenant Furman demands Cook's driver's license, which she refuses to provide. Watch what happens next.
You have to wait.
Out of the vehicle.
Get your hands off of me.
Get out. Get out.
Then, in front of other students, parents, and Cook's own children, Lieutenant Furman draws his taser and fires.
You're going to be tasered. Head out. 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 Get out. Get out. 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 Down to the ground. You made me afraid for my safety. I was terrified from
My
you.
hands were
You
up.
terrified me.
I
You
didn't
scared
even
me.
have anything in my hand.
You scared me.
Claiming he feared for his safety, his tone comes across as condescending and dismissive. Fully equipped with a vest, gun, and taser, he confronted a mother and her kids in a school parking lot who showed no apparent threat.
I've never been treated like that. Never, ever. Like, I love law enforcement. Like, I have friends as officers. My grandfather is a retired cop. Like, I've never experienced what I experienced with him. Never.
I had just got bad news saying that the person that the car the name was in just had heart surgery. At the time, my mind was in 1,000 places. If I could have processed my thought in the moment and just turned the car off, maybe it wouldn't have escalated as bad. No one should ever have to encounter dealing with someone that feel like their authority is more important than a person's humanity.
In another interview, this is what Alicia Cook had to say.
I am grateful that they, taking the time to say, hey, this person's actions was not okay. We're going to do something about this.
Today, we spoke with Alicia Cook.
My daughter that I was taking to school, she's in a mental hospital today, so his actions caused a lot of pain, but I do forgive him.
In 2021, Bodycam footage shows Furman repeatedly stomping a man already handcuffed in the leg and ankle, while other officers can be heard noting the cameras are recording.
Watch his door.
As officers tried to subdue the man, a Dearborn officer's body cam caught Furman repeatedly stomping on the man's leg as multiple officers look on.
Cameras all around, guys.
A Dearborn officer would report Officer Furman's force to Melvindale PD. Furman said the man was resisting officers as they tried to handcuff him, so he used the stomps as a form of pain compliance. Furman was not disciplined.
Do you have the temperament to be a police officer?
I do.
A lot of people don't think so. Some people in your own department, in fact.
And I've had a lot of people tell me I'm a great police officer.
Nicole Shkira, the mayor of Melvindale, is clearly aware that Matthew Furman has a history of unpredictable behavior.
You think he understands de-escalation?
Oh, no, I don't. I feel like in the heat of the moment, he needs to learn how to put aside anger and just do his job.
When we talked to her last month, she said Furman belongs at a desk rather than on the street.
Even fellow officers admit reluctance to work alongside Furman, pointing to his tendency to escalate rather than diffuse tense situations.
When you have other officers saying that they don't want to respond to calls with him, that can potentially cause a problem.
The question remains as to why this officer was suspended, charged, convicted, fired, and then rehired. According to the Detroit Free Press, for years Melvindale police officer Matthew Furman was considered a cash cow for the city, bringing in $500,000 a year in towing fees, more than any other cop. However, now, Furman's actions have contributed to a 24% increase in the city's insurance costs.
When you look at these videos of the conduct that took place by some of these officers, it's reprehensible.
And while the city has been on the receiving end of a number of lawsuits recently, it was a sharp uptick in police misconduct claims that had the attention of city officials at a recent council meeting. In addition to the 2 lawsuits filed against Furman, a 3rd lawsuit was filed just last month by a current Melvindale corporal alleging racial and religious harassment throughout the department.
The demands from the plaintiff's attorneys are exceeding $4 million for the first 3 claims.
The litany of lawsuits has caused the city's insurance premiums to soar, up from $510,000 last year to $633,000 this year, a 24% increase. That's on top of last year's increase of 28%. As a result, said the city's insurance broker, Melvindale needs to do something to show insurers it's worth the risk.
What we need to be able to do is communicate to insurance companies that something has been done to review, something has been done to update, something has been done to educate and train. De-escalation, obviously, is something that needs to be looked at.
So that night, the city council voted unanimously to hire a third-party investigative firm to look into the police department, how it runs, and how it disciplines its officers.
And the financial ruin the city could face as a result of inaction is simply not appropriate. We can't take that risk.
This has been going on for, it looks like, 3 or 4 years, and I'm curious as to why there hasn't been some action taken in advance.
James Tiganelli is president of the Police Officers Association of Michigan. They don't represent Melvindale, but he says these types of repeat issues only hurt the law enforcement profession.
This is a guy that's been bad for a while, and we're better off being running short-handed than hiring the wrong person.
So how do you nip these kind of things in the bud?
Well, that starts at the local. That starts at the department. I mean, they should challenge it by, disciplining them, firing them, doing those types of things, and then he has a right through the process to appeal that.
Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy has charged Melvindale Police Officer Lieutenant Matthew Furman with misconduct in connection with 3 separate incidents.
The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office says in July 2024, Furman tased a man twice and kicked him after pulling him over for improper plates.
On August 8, 2025, during a Zoom arraignment, Furman was released on $50,000 personal bond, ordered to surrender all firearms, wear a GPS tether, and have no contact with the victims.
My priority is doing whatever I have to do to go home. And if that means somebody gets tasered, then somebody's getting tasered. But I'm going home to my family and my friends. That's my #1 goal.
I reached out to Furman's 3 past police chiefs for comment on this story. Each of them declined. One of them, Chad Hayes, claimed in a lawsuit that he tried to rein Furman in as chief and lost his job as a result. Hayes said Furman engaged in repeated incidents of police brutality, but that he was discouraged from holding him accountable because of the significant revenue he generated by towing vehicles. Furman denied that, and in his own lawsuit against Melvindale, claimed the chief retaliated against him because he favored a different towing company. Both lawsuits settled out of court.
Currently, Furman is on unpaid leave and denies any wrongdoing as criminal and internal investigations continue. This case raises larger questions about oversight, accountability, and the balance between proactive policing and excessive force. Were financial interests placed over community safety? A lieutenant, $500,000 a year in revenue, and a department that looked the other way. Was this officer protected while the public paid the price? Until accountability reaches the top, incidents like these aren't anomalies. They're symptoms. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, we're just getting started, so if you're enjoying the content, show some love and hit that like and thumbs up button. It helps more people find us and keeps this community growing. Thanks for your support.